So DeVante Parker, you familiar with this dude?
Yeah, he had his first good year.
Yes, he had his first good year. Got a nice contract extension, and recently was in an Instagram beef with Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas, who led the league in receiving. Now, I think we all thought that Michael Thomas was in his feelings. I mean, all DeVante Parker did in that, I believe the question was something to the effect of what's harder, trying to break up a pass from Michael Thomas or catching a ball over Stephon Gilmore. And he didn't even respond Stephon Gilmore. It was either A or B, and he responded A, which was the option for Stephon Gilmore. This got Michael Thomas all up in his feelings. I mean, he got crazy about it. He's not even in my league. You don't even have a seat at the table. He was vicious about it, Leroy.
He did go after him pretty hard for A.
Yeah.
A.
So this was a post back in May. All right. It was back in May of 2018 even. And it was a post from Stephon Gilmore. And all it was, Leroy, let me send this your way. All it was just Stephon Gilmore getting an interception and DeVante Parker in 2018 when he was obviously terrible. Kind of falling away, not getting the ball. So it kind of just looks like Stephon Gilmore out-toughing him for the ball, if you will. Not a flattering photo by any means for our favorite little wide receiver now on the Miami Dolphins. Mm-hmm. And, all right, whatever. It was back a couple of years ago. What are you going to do? Well, this weekend, Leroy, what do we see but on Instagram? A little post from one DeVante Parker. Oh, and here's what the caption was on the Stephon Gilmore. It said, "Ignore him, go get the ball." All right? So, all right, whatever. Stephon Gilmore, 2018, is doing his thing. Whatever. This weekend, out of nowhere, DeVante Parker, he puts up a photo of catching a ball right on Stephon Gilmore's ass, going and out efforting for the football, and puts the same quote, "Ignore him and attack the football." So what they call that, Leroy, is saving the receipts. DeVante Parker's like an elephant. He don't forget. And so he's been holding on to that for a while and decided this was the weekend. I was going to let Stephon Gilmore know. I remember that post. Yep.
I mean,
maybe not the beefiest of beef, but still beef. All right, it's still a Wendy's double stack.
That's wide receivers and DBs all the time, right?
Just jawing at each other.
One is a catch and one is a pick. What's worse? Want me to tell you what's worse?
Yes.
The honest truth? The interception. Because you can tackle him and stop him from making the catch. He can't tackle you. So one of the things of fighting for a ball or what a quarterback like, if you don't catch it, nobody catches it.
It's just, but it is fun. Like, look.
It is funny that it's football. You don't have 100% success.
Yeah,
it's not like he's never had a catch on you.
I think the thing that's funnier is he's been harboring this for 2 years.
I'm more than sure that in his circle of friends, he has a Tobin.
What do you mean?
And DeVante Parker's Tobin probably went to him and said, "Check this out. Don't worry. I got a snap back. Let's hit him up with this. Got it. Go ahead with it. Run it." Because that's what you would do.
So you think that DeVante Parker has a social media guy who's like me just to instigate?
No. Not a social media guy. A Tobin.
I don't. What is that? Just an instigator?
Yo, what?
In this case, and you're Putin again, by the way. In this case, though, Stephon Gilmore, he would be the one throwing the first blow. Now, he doesn't realize that he's still in the fight. He thought that he threw a haymaker on social media, didn't realize that DVP was going to come back at him.
Here, let's think about this. You honestly think that when he put that, he even knew who he was playing? You know what I'm saying?
No,
because sometimes somebody sends you a picture Like, for example, I have a play in Green Bay. We played Green Bay one time. I think it was Monday Night Football. I dumb trucked the safety.
Oh, yeah?
No idea who he was. No chance, no whatever. If somebody were to send me that picture and I put a caption underneath it, and then that guy snapped back at me, I wouldn't even know, because I'm just basically showing the caption of me dump trucking him.
I understand, but here's the thing. One, he definitely does know who he is because, they're both in the same division. So I think there's that. And to be honest with you, I think Stephon Gilmore probably looked at many a games and said, whew, DeVante Parker this week, licking the chops.
Licking the chops, huh?
Licking the chops. Now, today, he may come out with a little bit more, urgency. So maybe Stephon Gilmore looks at a guy like DeVante Parker and goes, hey, Playboy, we beat you like 50-0 week 2. All right? And now all of a sudden you have one good game against me and you're feeling you're feeling quite froggy. All right? You're like Kermit out here. Why don't you go hop?
Again, I just think it's the picture more than it is the player. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know,
It's not like you got a picture like that against every opponent you've played against.
But you're saying that for Stephon, not for DeVante. DeVante is quite clearly harboring ill will.
DeVante Tobin sent him a picture and said, look, I got one too.
I don't understand. Like, what is my role here in DeVante Parker's camp? Like, I just take all the slander that he's been given and just be like, I got one.
No, you are the provocateur. You are the one that says, hey, he wants to get on us. How about this picture? Get him, DeVante. So you egging your guy on to go into this battle with some ammunition. Now you're Putin.
Actually, I turned my mic off. I actually wasn't. I Putin myself.
Hold on.
What?
Why do you have to touch stuff?
I don't know.
You have a perfectly good working mic, sound. Everything's great.
I do it all the time.
You still have to fidget.
I do it all the time. You never notice. Anyway, my question being, do Dolphin fans like extra froggy DeVante Parker? Swaggering DeVante Parker. Now you're Putin. Swaggering DeVante Parker, who's going out there.
Next break, I'm going to fix this.
Okay. Do Dolphin fans like extra swaggering froggy DeVante Parker, who's going out there saying all this stuff? Nope. You're Putin again. Putin again, Robbie.
Oh, my God.
We sit here. I know. This is a next level type of stuff. Something's going on.
Happening.
I don't know what's going on.
I think Putin wants to be on the show. I think he wants to be Tobin and Putin.
Listen, I have a take. I think DeVante Parker, counting chickens before they hatch. Once you have back-to-back good years.
Exactly. He's opening himself up for that, right?
He is, but
I mean, Stephon Gilmore.
But he's also been waiting a long time to swagger.
Well, he's been waiting too long. So when you have your year after your fourth year, and the guys that you going at it with have had it their whole careers, you might ought to like I'm not saying you can't go after them, but at least understand that if they come back at you, you're not going to really have an answer.
Right. Like, bully for you, you gave Stephon Gilmore the business. However, his resume is pretty awesome.
Right. Like, to say the only reason why.
Like, I don't know. Like, does Flores look at that and does Flores say anything to him, or is he just going to let his guy be his guy?
Well, I would use it as motivation for him. If I'm Flo, I'd go to him and say, hey, you've been in a couple of beefs. You better back that mess up. Let's go. Put in the work. We know you could do it, but you done kind of backed yourself into a corner. Are you going to let these guys, if you don't have a good year, you're going to have to hear it all year, right? So just kind of use that as to, when I don't mind guys talking trash. I've never mind guys talking trash, but don't talk trash and suck, right? Don't talk trash and suck. That and I've always had a problem with that. Like we have guys at practice. Look, we used to have guys in practice. They are game day in it, balling, button up, batting balls down. Then we get in the game and they get ran by like they ain't even standing there. And so at practice, I'm like, yo, don't do all this game time stuff today. I need you to do it on Sunday.
Right.
And they may get mad, but I don't care. Like, I don't mind if you talk trash. You can get in my face. You can do whatever. If that's the way you're going to play on Sunday, then I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with DeVante Parker calling out the whole league. But understand, the two guys that he's gotten into beefs in, regardless of you say one guy who's been throwing to Drew Brees and he gets 1,000 getting passes from Drew Brees.
Yeah, you can call him you can call him a
1,000
slant
balls thrown to him.
Right. You can call
He's
him
still putting up the numbers.
even if you want to call him a slant machine or a product of the system and all that stuff.
Whatever.
And even
Whatever. That guy's the highest paid receiver in the league.
Yep.
Okay?
Stephon Gilmore is a defensive player of the year.
Right.
First team All-Pro twice.
Right.
Super Bowl champion.
Right. So I'm not going to discourage DeVante from talking. Do your thing. But understand, right? You went from flyweight to heavyweight in a week. And maybe you should have ran up through the classes. That's all I'm saying.